Hi friends, Miss Kine here to read with you again, Miss Nelson is Missing. Now, we read the story yesterday in class, but it's really important to read stories more than one time because it helps us become better readers and it helps us see details or think of things we may not have thought of the first time we read a book. So we're going to read Miss Nelson is Missing. I'm going to stop a few times to ask you questions, and then at the end, I'll ask you a question that you can leave in the comments. All right, here we go. Miss Nelson is Missing by Harry Allard and James Marshall. So, Miss Nelson is Missing. The kids in room 207 were misbehaving again. Spitballs stuck to the ceiling. Paper planes whizzed through the air. They were the worst behaved class in the whole school. They were. Now, settle down, said Miss Nelson in a sweet voice. But the class would not settle down. They whispered and giggled. They squirmed and made faces. They were even rude during story hour. And they always refused to do their lessons. Oh, something must be done, said Miss Nelson. The next morning, Miss Nelson did not come to school. Wow, yelled the kids. Now we can really act up. They began to make more spitballs and paper planes. Today will be just terrible, they said. Not so fast, hissed an unpleasant voice. A woman in an ugly black dress stood before them. I am your new teacher, Miss Viola Swamp. And she rapped the desk with her ruler. Where is Miss Nelson? Asked the kids. Never mind that, snapped Miss Swamp. Open those arithmetic books. Miss Nelson's kids did as they were told. They could see that Miss Swamp was a real witch. She meant business. Right away, she put them to work, and she loaded them down with homework. We'll have no story hour today, said Miss Swamp. Keep your mouth shut, said Miss Swamp. Sit perfectly still, said Miss Swamp, and if you misbehave, you'll be sorry, said Miss Swamp. Days went by, and there was no sign of Miss Nelson. The kids missed Miss Nelson. How do you think the kids are feeling at this point in the story? Take a minute and think about it. We'll see if their feelings change as we keep going. Maybe we should try to find her, they said. Some of them went to the police. Detective McSmog was assigned to the case. He listened to their story. He scratched his chin. He said. I think Miss Nelson is missing. Detective McSmog would not be much help. Other kids went to Miss Nelson's house. The shades were tightly drawn, and no one answered the door. In fact, the only person they did see was the wicked Miss Viola Swamp coming up the street. If she sees us, she'll give us more homework. They got away just in time. Maybe something terrible happened to Miss Nelson. Maybe she was gobbled up by a shark, said one of the kids, but that didn't seem likely. Sharks. Very unpleasant. Maybe Miss Nelson went to Mars, said another kid, but that didn't seem likely either. How do you think they're feeling at this point in the story? Take a minute and think about how might they be feeling? We'll see if their feelings change. I know! Exclaimed one know-it-all. Maybe Miss Nelson's car was carried off by a swarm of angry butterflies. But that was the least likely of all. The kids in room 207 were very discouraged. It seemed that Miss Nelson was never coming back, and they would be stuck with Miss Viola Swamp forever. They heard footsteps in the hall. Here comes the witch, they whispered. "Hello, children," someone said in a sweet voice. "Who's it gonna be?" "It was Miss Nelson!" "Did you miss me?" she asked. "We certainly did!" cried all the kids. "Where were you?" "That's my little secret," said Miss Nelson. "How about a story hour?" "Oh, yes!" cried the kids. Miss Nelson noticed that during story hour, no one was rude or silly. "What brought about this lovely change?" she asked. "That's our little secret," said the kids. Back home, Miss Nelson took off her coat and hung it in the closet, right next to an ugly black dress. When it was time for bed, she sang a little song. "I'll never tell," she said to herself with a smile. P.S. Detective McSmog is working on a new case. He is now looking for Miss Viola Swamp. All right. So, pretty interesting story. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but my new question for you is, what do you think happened to Miss Viola Swamp? What happened to her? And what clues in the story make you think that? Okay, so in the comments, you're going to answer a question that has two parts. The first part, what happened to Miss Viola Swamp? Where did she go? The second part is what clues in the story make you think that. Feel free to watch the video as many times as you need to see if you can find some clues that tell you where Miss Viola Swamp went. All right, I can't wait to see what you guys have to say, and I'll see you in school tomorrow.